that I've been meaning to work on, kind of thing. So that's been going well. Yeah, actually, I took some time off from work, and so I actually got a bunch of stuff done. So I launched a new like side project that I've been working on. So that's out there, and people are checking it out. So that's cool. I'll talk about that later in another break session, and I'll show a demo or what have you. Also been working on the inside of my van. So I took a bunch of stuff out of my van and I kind of like put it in here. So if you see like, I don't know if the camera can actually see, but there's like a bunch of stuff. So I'm not sure how wide this camera is, but yeah. So I built out the frame. Then I'm gonna start putting the shelves and stuff in like today. That's what I'm gonna be doing. That's gonna be my for this work session for this cipher is working on the interior of my van. So should be cool. You know what I'm saying? Everything seems to be lining up the way I had in my mind and the way I kind of like sketched it out. Everything's fitting together and stuff. It's pretty cool stuff. All right. So like I said, we are in a break session. Right here is, if you look at the top, you'll see a row of menus and you'll see home, shop, subscribe. And if you're logged in, it'll say log out. If you're not logged in, it'll say log in. Now, subscribe lists all the upcoming ciphers that I have scheduled. And funny thing is, we just had the time shift here in America. So, yeah, so when I said it last time, before the time shift, the dates were coming up as 8 p.m., 8 a.m. for me. I'm like, that's weird. And it's because we moved back an hour. And so I had to like delete all the ones that were there. And I just got a chance to put up the ones for today, and they're showing the correct time. So I'm gonna finish that up as well later. So all the other ones will be there. So subscribe. You'll be able to subscribe to upcoming ciphers, and you'll get a notification when we go live. Cool. Now, here we have the video. This is what you're looking at me on. Below that, we have, I'm thinking I may change this because in the browser, you can't autoplay, I think, video with audio. I think you can autoplay video if it's just the video, no audio, like if it's muted. Because I think that's how YouTube and what's the other one? Twitch. I've noticed that they'll have the video playing, but there's no audio, and you have to click a button to make the audio. So I may do that because I think the reason why sometimes it freezes because if you don't interact with the site and the video loads, I think I have it where it's the audio and the video. So maybe I'll try to do it to where in a future update, I don't know when that's going to happen, but maybe have it to where it will show the video and then you can just click a button to unmute the audio. I don't know. I'll put that to the to-do list. All right. But just in case, till then, if it ever seems like it's frozen, you may need to click the play button pretty much because, again, browsers don't allow for autoplay audio and video just to pop up on a site unless you interacted with the site previously. All right, then next to that, we have the open closed caption. Right now, I'm doing speech to text recognition through the web speech recognition API. And hopefully my speech is being translated into text accurately. And I'm trying to make sure I speak deliberately and slowly so that that happens. And so that should be happening when you click the open closed caption. It will open up a little section and it will start to post the things that I am saying. Cool. Then below that, we've got the add a clip and create a highlights video. Now, if there's anything in these break sessions that you found like, oh, that was interesting, you can click add a clip, and what that'll do, that'll clip out that segment of the break session, and you get 5 of those. So what happens is, once I hit stop broadcast, it sends all that stuff to like a whole thing I have in the back end that does a whole bunch of stuff. And that will go and like create a highlight video. And it'll actually have your username in the credits. So it's kind of like, hey, you know, you created it, so to show love. And yeah, so that is what will happen. Yeah, and then, like I said, you get 5 of them. Then you click the create a highlight video. That saves the timestamps, sends it off to the back end once I hit stop broadcast and all that goodness. All right. So then you'll be able to, and I'll show you where you'll be able to check out the actual video once it's been completed. And that's in the work sessions, because by that time we'll be in the work session. Below that, you well, depending on the size of your screen, but there's a countdown timer, and that's counting down until the next work session. All right, and then you can actually join the room if you want to chat. And so if you have a question, so I have like a chat section, there's like a question asking question section, so you'll be able to do either or. And yeah, I think that's it for that. Now let me show y'all the actual work session. Now, when we're not in break, we're going to be in the work session. And so this is what that looks like. Share my screen. Cool. So this is the work session. Now, it may look different on yours because the background is randomly like selected, and the player in the upper left-hand corner, the audio player, it may not have that track. That's also just randomly selected to start off with. And yeah, so this player here, I know a bunch of really talented producers, and so I asked them to submit some tracks for different projects I do. So like for this one, for example. And so I have like a list of different producers who submitted music, and you can listen to music while you're getting your stuff done. I think it's kind of cool. A lot of good music. I know a lot of talented folks. So if you like what you're hearing, then you can buy it, you can share it, or if you want to help spread the word, you can click tweet, and now open up Twitter in a new browser and pre-populate a tweet, promoting that artist. So if you want to help spread the word on some good music, I would really appreciate that. All right. To the center of the screen, we've got the to-do section, and that's where you type in your tasks of things that you want to get done. You can check them off, and that'll send them to the done section. So you click done, and it'll show you all the things that were done. You can click the plus sign to actually add it. Also, you can hit enter when you type in your task. And then what you can do is once you're all completed, you can click the Twitter logo. And that, again, will open up Twitter in a new browser or tab and pre-populate a tweet with all the things that you got completed. And so it's kind of nice, like little, like tie a bow on it kind of thing. Like, make you like, oh, I got some stuff done today. It feels good. All right, the next to that, we have the countdown timer, and that timer counts down till when the next break session is. And the break sessions happen 15 minutes after the hour. Below that, we've got the view tutorial. So let's say you don't have a thing that you want to work on, but you've been looking to dive into coding. Now, if you've never done any coding, I've got some, from what I've been told and what I've seen, like from the curriculum, some pretty good resources to kind of give you a good idea of like what encompasses coding, especially like web development. And so I've got Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And so those are both free ways of being able to kind of check out and see if coding is something you want to pursue further and dedicate more time and or money to see if you want to make it a career or what have you, or do whatever you want to do with it. Maybe you have an idea for something you want to build. All right, then let's say you do get some coding and you look at this for a project just to try something new, something cool. I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are to kind of like handle the tutorials. And so I've got 3 tutorials there that I've had like a hand in, and I think are pretty cool. And so I would like people to check them out, try them out, give me any feedback if any. And so the 3 tutorials, one, you can actually make a phone call. You dial a phone number in your browser, and that'll actually ring a real world phone number. Like you could type in your phone number in the browser and your phone will ring, and then be able to have a conversation back and forth. It's pretty cool. Then we also got the opposite, where you call a virtual number from a real phone, and then you'll be able to answer that call in the browser and carry on a conversation. Then we also have 2 like web applications, being able to 2 users of a web application being able to have an audio chat back and forth. So that's there as well. So if that sounds cool, feel free to go ahead and give that a shot. Then below that, we have this thing called Hako, help a coder/creator out. Now, let's say you get stuck on whatever it is that you're working on, right? Or maybe you want to get feedback on a thing you've created. So what you can do is you can click create. What we'll do is you put in some information, and then what that does is creates a room for you with a unique URL. You can take that URL and post it to social media or wherever, or send it to people on instant messaging and all type of stuff. And that person will be able to they'll be able to open up the room and then request to join your room. And as the owner, you can see who's requesting to join the room, and you can either accept or deny their request. And then also, as the owner, you can share your screen to the group. And with that, you can show where you're having an issue or maybe what you want to get feedback on. And so my hope is that as a collective, as a group, can come up with either the feedback or the solution to the thing that you needed help on. So yeah, check that out. And then there's also, if you want to view any of the Hakos happening, you can do that as well. Below that, let's say you have a thing that you created or you found out about, and you're like, I want to talk to people about it. I want to show people this cool thing I found out about. I just want to like tell the world about it. So we have the show and tell sign up there button. And what I'll do is you'll be able to sign up, and I'll bring you on to one of the break sessions, and you have like a 5 to 10 minute lightning talk to talk about whatever you found interesting. And it's pretty cool. So no pressure or anything. It's just, whatever you found interesting, you can talk about. And then below that is the highlights. So remember that highlight video that you created earlier? Well, right there in that box, the status, it'll say submitted when everything's getting worked on, right? And then when it's done, it'll look just like that, saying done for the status. Then below that, a button will pop up that says view. You'll be able to click that. That will open up like a modal kind of thing, and you'll be able to preview the video. You'll be able to download the video, and then you'll be able to actually send a tweet with that video. So that will open up Twitter again, pre-populated tweet with a unique URL that goes to the archive of the break session. And what's cool is Twitter has like embed cards. And so if the video embed shows up, it will be your video as the preview, which is cool. And but if you want to make sure your video shows up, what I've been doing, I've been taking the downloaded copy and I've been attaching that to the tweet so that it's always showing. And then, yeah, you just send the tweet, and just kind of a way to hopefully spread the word, maybe get some other people who want to be productive kind of stuff. So yeah, and that's where we're at. So that is the work session. I hope you found that orientation helpful. And so I'm going to send y'all back to work. And I want to thank y'all again for hanging out. And I wish you much productivity. And yeah, let me just set the timer here. So remember, 15 minutes after the hour are the break sessions. And if we don't have anyone sign up for like show and tell, I'm thinking what I want to do is kind of go over the new side project that I just launched, and kind of talk about what I use to create it. It always, like when I work on side projects, I always try to throw something new in. So I'm always like learning stuff, and it's not always just the same project, kind of like using the same things over and over again. You know what I mean? I always kind of like want to have a challenge. And so I use this new like framework thing called Astro, and I'm going to talk about why when we come back, if we don't have any talk. And then for the final break session, because there's 3 break sessions, and the final one, if there's no show and tell, we'll go over an artist's website and, listen to some music and stuff. I'm a big fan of promoting dope artists and spreading the word about great music. All right. So again, thank y'all for hanging out. Going to be out here. I just want to get this last clip. All right, cool. So I'm going to get this video going. All right. Cool. So again, thank y'all for hanging out. I'm going to send y'all back on your way. Remember, the break session is 15 minutes after the hour. And yeah. So I want to thank y'all. I'm going to send y'all with some traveling music. And so this is Nujabez featuring Apani B, and it's called Thank You. All right. Yeah. So see y'all soon, 15 minutes after the hour. All right. Good luck with everything. Thanks. Thanks again, y'all. Here we go. See you.
But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music gives more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music gives more meaning to life.